Thank you, sir. What you got, sir?
Forgot my question.
That happens to me a lot, too.
Just briefly, on the film set, I'm just curious, besides scheduling and budgetary constraints, what do you worry about when you're shooting a film?
Wow, what a great question. What do I worry about? I'm like, do we have enough weed this week? I don't know, honestly, that you worry that you're kind of making sure the entire story is tracking. That's the thing you're always thinking about, because you're shooting in little bits. And, it's easy to read the script and kind of see the whole thing, but as you break it down, it's just like, fuck, man, tonally, is it going to fit from piece to piece, or is this going to feel like we shot it on a shitty day, and this was an awesome day, blah, blah, blah. I tend to worry about the tone the most. And that's about it. I mean, generally, all my worries are taken care of on the movies. That's why I love making movies, man. There's always somebody to alleviate whatever it is that is about to give you just a small degree of concern. There's always somebody who'll be like, I'll take that off your hands and shit like that. It's cool. And even if you can never finish a sentence on the movie set, you're a director, you're like, man, I wish I had some chocolate. Ooh, and there's a chocolate milk in there. Love it on the movie set. In the real world, not like that at all. And my wife is always fond of pointing at it. She's like, get everything you want on the movie set, Kevin, because it ends at home. So on the movie set, no worries, man, because all these beautiful people, the crew and the cast, they just kind of see to my every need and desire and whatnot. And usually my needs and desires are all about telling the story, and they're there for that as well. So it's pretty good. I don't worry about much. I mean, the things that it's just gonna sound dopey, but the thing that I'm most concerned about while I'm making a flick is getting laid. Because you get so caught up in it that you just stop thinking about sex, which for me is rare. So basically, my wife and I always kind of get into this contract negotiation in advance of the film where I'm like, I'm gonna disappear for 2 months, but you're still responsible to fuck the body of Kevin when it comes home. And she's like, I will, I'll see you in a couple months, Kevin. And then Kevin goes away, and the body of Kevin walks around the room and says, roll over, and shit like that. But then the body of Kevin goes back to work and joins the mind of Kevin, and they continue making the movie. You just kind of lose everybody, fall into that movie world kind of coma and shit. And so, the big concern I have though is just please fuck me when I need to be fucked. And it's true, it's because you feel like you're going onto the set and you're giving it, you're releasing your chi every day and trying to do something that is weird, it's tough to describe, it's technically easy to describe, we put a camera here, people stand in front of it. But then there's that other part of the job, the unquantifiable part, the magical part, to sound dopey for a second, where it's just I can't explain what happens. It's 2, 3, 4 people who are kind of really interested in creating some fake unreality, get together and shape something together. So I get everybody helping me do it, man. I'm a happy camper. It's very, very easy for me. And the only thing I need to think about is when I get home, just make it come. And then I come and I go back and, give it all on the set and whatnot.
But does it enjoy it?
Does it enjoy fucking? Yeah, it loves to come. It feels good when it comes, yes.
Same thing when you're making the movies or not, right?
The sex?
When you're there?
Yeah, sex is no better because I'm a filmmaker, trust me. I mean, I'm sure it could be if I was one of those dudes who was like, hey man, I'm gonna exploit who I am and fuck broads that do weird things. But then I married one, so it didn't matter. Fucked a broad that does and continues to do weird things. And it's cool, it saved me a lot in hookers, I'll tell you that.